The views and opinions expressed at Enhanced Down Under are those of the hosts and do not necessarily reflect the official views of the company. Any content provided by our hosts are of their opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything. Welcome to Enhanced Down Under. This is the official podcast of Enhanced NT. My name is Carol.
And I'm Anna.
I'm a registered migration agent, and Anna is a
QEAC, or Qualified Education Agent Counselor.
Thank you for tuning in to our show today. This is the third video podcast of Enhanced Down Under. Just to give you a recap of what we talked about in the past episode, we talked about why study in Australia, why you should choose it as your study destination compared to
other countries such as Canada and US.
Or New Zealand. Okay.
Our neighboring country.
Nothing against those countries.
Of course.
They're all also
They're all awesome destinations too.
Yes, but we are based in Australia, and that's what we are promoting. And in particular, we are based in Darwin, Northern Territory. Mm-hmm. So that is why we do have a bias with Darwin.
Darwin.
Okay. So we also talked about students' common questions when it comes to applying for a visa to study in Australia. The student visa is the subclass 500 visa, okay? And we also talked about how Enhance can help you in applying for your student visa application, how we can help in your dream to study in Australia. And finally, I also touched on visa pathways, what happens after your study has finished, okay? So today, we are gonna be talking about our partner schools here in Darwin. So before we go on to our topics for today, if you haven't watched the previous episode and you're interested in the recap I just mentioned, please go ahead and tune into the second episode.
Yes.
Okay. So before we proceed, we do want to make a correction. We mentioned something in the previous in the previous podcast.
Yeah, with ICAE, one of our partner schools, they offer a lot of vocational courses like cookery, kitchen management, and even business. But let me correct, they do not offer anything about automotive. Okay?
No automotive courses.
Yes.
We do have a partner school offering.
Yes, we do.
Do we?
Soon, we will. It's ongoing.
Because I was thinking of another school.
Let's just claim it.
You're going to work on that, right?
Yes.
So today, here in Darwin, we're in the build-up season. Do you know when the wet season is, the duration?
6 months. If I'm not mistaken, it begins in October and then ends
Yes, that's correct.
March.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the wet season here in Darwin is 6 months. It's usually around end of October. Mm-hmm. And then by the end of March, the weather starts to
change,
to cool down a little bit.
I look forward to that.
And then that's when the dry season comes in, April. So that it's like the most pleasant weather in Australia when it's dry season here in Darwin. That's why we get a lot of tourists from interstate. During that time, that's the time when it's very cold interstate, like, you know, places like Victoria, Sydney, you know, New South Wales. Very cold down there. So a lot of people from that part of Australia come up to Northern Territory to enjoy our pleasant dry season. Okay? So you might hear some thunder in the background. That's because it's raining in Darwin today. So, and little pitter patter of the rain.
But we like it.
Yeah, because it's not that hot. Yeah. So that's the build up for us. Okay, so let's move on to our topics for today, which is talking about our partner schools, Alana, Kaye, and Canterbury Institute of Management. Okay, so let's begin with Alana, Kaye College. Didn't you have a meeting, a face-to-face meeting with? Could you tell us a little bit about that meeting, when it happened, and you know?
Yeah, I had the pleasure to personally meet the CEO of Alana Kaye, Miss Alana Anderson. In that meeting, I was actually it was Consul Rivas who invited me to join him in that meeting, and it was a wonderful opportunity because other than meeting the CEO herself, I was able to see their facilities and then personally witness how they teach practical skills to their students. It was a very productive meeting. Alana is a very pleasant lady, and they discussed a lot of what they plan to offer to their students, and briefly mentioned about the challenges that they might face, especially with the tightening of visa requirements for students this coming year.
So now you mentioned the coming changes. So just for everyone's awareness, usually changes happen every 1st of July with immigration. It's usually, not usually, it's always 1st of July. That's when the fees increase, they change policies. So in this case, they haven't actually said anything official in regards to the date. It's, if you look at their website, and I was just looking at the regulations, nothing has changed yet on the regulations, but I do know that the minister, Claire, who's the minister?
Yeah, the HA minister, Claire.
Yeah, her first name is Claire. I forgot the last name. Anyway,
Claire O'Neill.
Claire O'Neill. We can look it up, just to be sure. But everything so far is hearsay, so it's not yet official. But when it's Claire, so Claire O'Neill is the Minister for Home Affairs and Minister for Cybersecurity. Okay, so if it came from her, then it's probably
official.
Well, not official, but reputable.
Yes, of course, the minister herself.
Yes, but nothing's official until
stage.
Until you see it in the regulations. Okay, so we can safely predict that it will probably happen 1st of July this year. So we can prepare for that. So going back to Alana Kaye, Alana, she's really hands-on. She's always there, and that's the good thing about her. Like about this education provider is if you wanna talk to someone's gonna be there. Unlike how it is these days, like with immigration, you can't put a face on immigration anymore.
Not anymore, unlike before.
Yeah, unlike back in the good old days when you want to talk to someone, you go to the embassy.
Yeah, and you'll be able to meet your visa officer.
Yeah, that's true.
And we invite them, right, sometimes for interviews when we have questions.
You can still you can still put a face to the institution.
Yes.
But now, what's it like in Manila now? If you try to the Australian Embassy is located in RCBC Plaza, right?
Yes.
What happens if someone?
No, usually they are turned away.
By the guards.
By the guard, by the lobby guard, by the reception.
Okay.
Because, of course, the HA department, they no longer accept face-to-face interaction with their clients. They do not want that. They encourage their clients to communicate with them through email.
Yeah, that's correct. So you don't even get to the elevator anymore.
No more.
Right?
You won't be able to pass the guards.
Yeah. So you just by the lobby. Yeah.
You'll be stopped.
So it's the same thing here in Darwin. I don't know if you know, but there is an immigration office here in Darwin. Which street is it? Kavanaugh Street. It's on Kavanaugh Street. But if you go there, it's empty. Like there's nobody there. Okay. Like, there's a bell. If you ring a bell, someone will come out and give you a little note to say, go to our website.
Contact this.
But there are people working there. I know that there's because I've taken some clients there who needed to regularize their status. So I do know that some people work there. And there used to be a bouncer there.
Oh.
When I first came to Darwin in 2015, yeah, there used to be a bouncer there, like a guard. But now even the guard is gone. Okay, so that's why I'm saying, with Alana Kaye College, it's what I really like about them is, you can they're approachable, and if you want to talk to someone,
they have staff.
Yeah. And the owner, Alana Anderson, is very hands-on. Yeah. Let's talk about their courses. Where are they located, first of all, before you?
They have campuses. They have two campuses. One is located here, of course, in Darwin, and one is in Gold
CBD?
Coast. Yeah.
Okay.
So 2 campuses, and both are very reputable.
So the campus here is actually just walking distance from our office.
Yes.
We're on Mitchell Street, and they're on.
They're just like 10 minutes away from here.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Right in the heart of the Central Business District. So, let's talk about their courses. If, students interested in coming to Darwin, what can they study in Alana Kaye?
Yeah, Alana Kaye, they offer vocational and education training or VET courses. So, they have certificates in early childhood education. They also have a certificate in individual support, and even a certificate in community services. Now, if you want to do diploma courses, they have something for leadership and management and project management. And recently I also noticed on their website, they offer certificate for building and construction. I haven't, researched on that, but I find that very interesting.
Really? Building and
construction.
Oh yeah, you're right. See, I'm just like, I wanted to make sure because I don't want to correct it in the next episode.
So they just don't have anything about cookery.
Sorry.
Anything about cookery or kitchen management, they don't offer that.
I remember when I was new in Darwin, they only started with a few courses, and it was mostly aged care and community courses. So now they've really added a lot to their list of courses. So, but they were originally community, individual support, aged care courses. So now we've got business courses now.
Yes, they do. They do offer that.
And first aid. I'm looking here. I'm just gonna read everything out. Certificate 4 in training and assessment. First aid. Business, diploma of business, and here at the bottom they've got general English as well, and building and construction. That's interesting.
Another one, they have this like half-day training of responsible service of alcohol.
RSA.
RSA.
So that's for if you want to, if you need to work in in a pub or a bar serving liquor, then you would need an RSA before you can serve it. That's good.
Yeah, it's just a half-day course and very affordable. In fact, $95 according to their website.
Okay, so so these are all vocational courses. Okay, so if you're interested in any of the courses that we've mentioned, you can find more details in alanakaye.edu.au. And you can also contact us if you're interested in, enrolling in this education provider. We can definitely assist you. And Anna and I can definitely assist you with that, and help you make an informed decision on which course you can take up. Okay, and if you have any questions, by all means, just comment on our Facebook or YouTube channels, and we will definitely answer them. Okay, so let's now talk about our other partner school, Canterbury. So we started with Alana Kaye because letter A. We're going in alphabetical order. So now let's go to Canterbury Institute of Management. So that's another education provider located here
in Darwin,
in the Central Business District of Darwin. So also a very good location, and it's close to one of the famous tourist spots here, the waterfront. The Darwin waterfront. So just a walking distance. Yeah, and very close to hotels, restaurants.
Yes.
Where all the action happens. I mean, not a lot of action happens here in Darwin, but
in their area, yes. It's so alive.
Yes. So you said you went past through.
Yes.
You went past by the.
During when we were on our way to waterfront for the New Year's Eve celebration, I passed by their campus. Wonderful.
Yeah. So they have a standalone building.
Yes, they do.
That's just theirs. Unlike other institutions that they usually share it. Other colleges, I mean, they usually share with other offices and businesses. But in the case of Canterbury Institute
of
Management,
standalone.
Yeah, it's a standalone building here.
It's very prominent, actually. You won't miss it.
So let's talk about the courses. What are the courses offered?
Yeah, they offer a variety of business and management programs. So Canterbury Institute, they have this undergraduate programs in information systems, IT. Okay. And then they also have something in accounting, hospitality management, and management major. So those are the 4 undergraduate programs available in their institution. And as for graduate programs, they have they offer MBAs also in accounting, information systems, and project management. So, and same thing with their graduate diploma of business.
So when you say undergraduate, what it really is a bachelor's degree. Okay, so it's higher education. Yeah, because I mean, we're from the Philippines, and we don't use the term undergraduate.
Yes, we use bachelor's degree.
And I've actually had students tell me, "Ma'am, I'm undergraduate," and what they really mean is they didn't finish.
Yes,
they didn't finish their study. So we just want to be clear on that. That when
undergraduate, bachelor degree.
Yeah, that's what it means here, and also in the U.S. They say undergraduate for bachelor degree. And I used to think, what, she didn't finish?
Same.
I mean, I'm just being honest.
I even had to Google it.
She didn't finish her. but
it's just a different term that they use.
Different term. So in the U.S. it's like that too. So if it's the next step is master's. What do they call it? That's the degree? If it's undergraduate degree, what's the...
Master of Business, something like that. Master. MBA courses.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. So a bachelor degree, because usually after bachelor degree, you have a postgraduate degree, and then you have the master's degree. Wait. Master's. So it's if you look at the Australian qualification framework, so the vocational courses, they start with certificate 1
up to 4.
Cert 2 to 4, and then followed by diploma.
Advanced diploma.
And then advanced diploma, associate degree,
Yeah, associate degree and then the
A bachelor's degree.
But it's still, there are two classifications of bachelor.
Yes, and then you got the graduate certificate, and then
Comes the MBA or the master's.
the master's degree.
Yeah.
No, after graduate certificate, graduate diploma,
A graduate diploma and then master.
master's degree, and then
And
the
then
PhD.
PhD doctorate.
Yeah. So that's the Australian qualification framework. So
PhD is the highest.
I mean, you don't have to worry about that as a student because let us worry about it, and we'll. It's important when you're doing further study, and when you're applying for a student visa, because like you normally need to have a natural progression according to the Australian qualification framework. Like for example, you already finished a master's degree in the Philippines. It would be questionable if you suddenly went down to certificate 3. You came here and said, like you would need to really have exceptional reasons why you, otherwise
you are going back.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're going
they
down
have to
a
see
level.
that you are progressing. And same thing that, for example, you have already finished your certificate 3, you cannot, automatically jump to, having undergraduate or enrolling to undergraduate programs or bachelor degree. So yes, Carol is right. There's, a correct progression.
Yeah, so that's the Australian qualification framework. But, it's best to just talk to Anna or I, or me.
Whatever, whichever is correct.
Just talk to us so we can guide you properly, and then you can make an informed decision. But I'm sure, given the changes that's about to happen on the 1st of July, I'm sure that even the schools, they will be very strict, and they won't just accept anyone who's not following the natural progression of their studies.
Because it will also, have a negative impact on their institution, if ever.
Yes, because I can understand where our partner schools are coming from. They want to accept quality students, and that's what the changes is really all about. And I mean, I don't want to go into the details for this episode, but we can talk about that in our next episode. So for going back to Canterbury Institute of Management, our contact person is usually Parag Shrestha. He's been very good with me. My relationship with him, he's always very quick to respond. So thank you, Parag, for being patient with me. So if your background is somewhat relevant to accounting, IT, business, hospitality management, Canterbury Institute of Management is one of your choices.
Yeah. Yes, if we have a contact here in Darwin, we also have a contact in Manila, Jessica Evangelio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she is the representative, and just like Parag, very patient and very responsive. And recently, she invited me with this info session that they hosted last November. So it was very good. Basically, they just touched the latest programs that they offer in Canterbury. And Parag was also there. He joined the info session, and he mentioned why students should choose Darwin as their next study destination.
So, can you recall what was said? Why Darwin? Yeah.
Darwin. Its proximity to Asia.
Okay.
Yes, so Bali, hello, next.
Okay.
And
also,
then,
did he mention that? So similar to what we touched on.
what we touched before.
Oh, okay.
And then also, like, Darwin is, the transportation is efficient. Everything is just 10 to 15 minutes away, especially, during the cold season, the dry season in April.
Yes.
It would be relaxing to, just going to your next destination rather than taking the bus.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. Good for Parag and good for Canterbury Institute of Management.
Yes.
Okay, guys. So if you want to know more about the courses that they offer, you can go to ciom.edu.au. So that's CIOM, Canterbury Institute of Management. Okay, so So we've talked about the background, the programs, and location. So just the main difference between Alana, Kaye, and Canterbury.
Alana, Kaye, they offer vet courses. Vet,
vocational.
Vocational, not the doctor for animals. Vocational and education training. So vet.
Thank you for clarifying
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Okay, so Alana, Kaye, they offer vet courses. As CIM, they offer business and management. That's what they
And
are.
higher education.
Higher education.
Yeah, higher education
Yeah.
courses. So what does it mean really when it's vocational courses and higher education? What's the difference between the two? So it's lower, in terms of the Australian qualification, vocational courses is from certificate one up to advanced diploma.
Yeah.
Okay, and higher education is from some associate degrees. Sometimes they're on borderline. Sometimes they're on vocational side.
Sometimes they are on higher.
Yeah, so you really have to check the fine print when it comes to associate degree.
Maybe it depends on the curriculum or
Yes. But typically higher education is from bachelor, associate degree up to PhD. Okay?
doctorate.
All right.
And I think they also differ in the key differences also on the course types, duration, the learning approach, and even the cost.
Yeah, the cost.
Yes.
So cost is one of the main things.
Yes.
So obviously it's more expensive to study a bachelor degree than a vocational course. Just for everyone's, just so you have an idea, vocational courses typically range between 15 to 20,000 Australian dollars per year. Okay. Whereas with higher education, generally speaking, it's from between 25 to $35,000 Australian dollars per year. And when it comes to duration, vocational courses is normally as low as 6 months.
6 months
up to 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah. Maximum 2 years. Okay, for vocational courses, and higher education normally 3 years. 3-year course. Okay, so that's the main difference between those two. So what is our role in bridging students and education providers? So, well, obviously, we help you. We introduce the school to you, and our role is to help you decide which course is
the correct or the right institution based on your academic experience and your, of course, career goals.
yes.
We will
And
guide
also
you
your
on
working.
that.
If you've had
Even
some
work
experience working, then we also take that into consideration.
Yes.
And normally we would also help them enroll in the school. So that's why we're agents. We're the
Yes.
middle. We're the middle person. Of course, there's there's nothing stopping them from going to the school directly.
You can do that,
You know?
of course.
You can do that. You don't have to come to us. We're just being honest. But the schools would tell you to please choose one of our partner agents. Do you know why they do that?
Well, because we have the specialized knowledge about the schools, our partner schools, and the education system here in Australia. And of course, it's less work for them. They won't be bombarded
Yes.
by so
Yes.
many inquiries.
That's actually the one I wanted to touch on, is because schools normally don't have the capacity to answer all the questions.
Imagine if they have like 100 interested enrollees and each of those have 5 questions.
And it's not just 5 questions. Usually
Conservative count lang yun.
it's usually infinite.
Yes. So that's why
Infinity War.
they would encourage you to see one of their partner
Yeah, so you can be
agents.
looked after.
Yes.
Because
Because they trust us. They won't be getting us as their partners if they think, they don't have
Yeah.
the capacity to, support their
yeah,
students.
because we also have to apply as an agent. They don't just get anybody.
Yeah.
They actually prefer getting qualified education agent counselors as their partner agents, and even more if there's a registered migration agent.
Yes.
You know, so because
Just like Enhance.
yes. So that's our role really, is to, you know, really connect you to the proper channel, you know, and you know, just because there are partner schools, it doesn't mean we're gonna force them onto you. You know, if your background is not relevant to them, we probably won't recommend them to you, because they probably will turn you away anyway.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So we'll save you the time of, we actually save, you know, visa applicants time from going through all the information, because it's really a lot of information to
Because
go through.
we know the exact questions to ask them. Like, you know, they present us with a lot of information, their interest, their career goals, and then they're still so confused on what they want to, you know, the program that they want to take.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. I mean, I won't mention names because, you know, due to privacy concerns. But si Ma'am, sinabi pa rin.
Kilala ko yan.
You know, si Ma'am, you know, she had a niece, and she came to me and said, "Oh, Carol, my niece was refused a student visa." Oh, no, not refused. Turned away. Not refused. Turned away. And then I said, well, let's try other schools instead. And then I can't remember which school I recommended, but they found it too expensive, and they said,
it's not within
we'll
their
think
budget.
about it. We'll think about it. And then they didn't come back to me. And then when they came back to me, they said, oh, we applied for a visitor visa, and now my niece has been refused a visa. Now what do I do? And so I'm thinking, why did you apply
Like
for
DIY.
Yeah, DIY.
Do it yourself. Yeah.
I mean, after I already informed them, I already suggested, oh, why don't you consider this course, because it's more in line with her background. But because it was a little bit over their budget, they didn't come back to me for a while. So they did something on their own, which is apply for a visitor visa, and now it's been refused.
What a waste.
So now they're telling me, can we go ahead with a student visa? And I said no, because it's obvious that it's too obvious. You know, you probably get refused too if you apply the student visa now, because you just recently got a visitor visa refusal. So we should probably wait maybe 6 months, you know, just to let it. Because, you know, normally you have to give a gap in time.
Apply immediately after a previous refusal.
Yeah, may mga ganong factor. Like, you can't just apply for the next one because...
otherwise, you'll make it too obvious.
Yes. So, but if they had come to me directly in the beginning, then we would have saved all that trouble, right? And maybe you wouldn't have gotten a refusal in the first place. So that's what I'm trying to say when I said that we save students or visa applicants time,
money also.
Yeah,
the effort.
Yeah, time, effort, everything really. You know, going around in circles, and then you're gonna come to us anyway. So
yeah.
So save yourself the trouble, save us the trouble, because you know if you get a refusal, that's more work for us also, because we have to address everything that happened before, because that's gonna be in the system of, you know, Home Affairs.
Yes, they'll see that.
Because when visa officers, when they get an application, they check your name. They check your name and any person associated with you. You know, they check your immigration history. Has this person applied before? Have they been refused before? Have they provided fraudulent documents in the past? Do they have any relatives whom...
Actually, there are even questions that you need to answer. Have you been previously refused a visa?
Yes, it's actually in the application form.
So it's not also very good in your immigration history if you have a previous visa refusal. So so instead of DIY...
Yeah.
You know,
you can't hide it. You can't hide your refusals, you know. Unless you change your identity, which is also fraudulent, you know. Yeah. So save yourself the trouble, and just come to talk to Anna about talk to her first for students.
Yeah, for students you can go to me.
Yes.
For you have questions about migrating here or staying permanently or, temporary visas, that is an RMA role, go to Carol.
Okay, but go to her first.
Come to me first. And then if I can answer it,
yeah, okay.
Carol.
All right. So that's we were talking about our role, right? So that's our role. Okay. So can we go on to closing now? Okay. So we've gone through most of our topics for today. So again, Alana Kaye College. So those who have background in nursing,
They can,
or aged care.
Oh, by the way, Alana Kaye has an office in Manila, Dusit Thani.
In
Dusit
Manila.
Thani, Makati. They have
Okay.
an office there.
So if you go there, say, "Oh, I heard about you from Enhance NT." Okay. Yeah, they'll know us. They know Carol and Anna, don't you guys?
Yeah.
So anyone who has a background in nursing, aged care, hospitality,
Community services.
building,
and construction.
building and construction. Those are the profile students that would suit Alana Kaye. Okay? And for Canterbury, if you have a background in they also have a hospitality management course.
Yes.
But this is higher degree, so a bachelor degree. Have a bachelor in business is very general. So typically, if you come from any
undergraduate.
any industry really, you can take up Bachelor of Business.
Yes.
Honestly speaking, that's what the course is for. Like if you can't put you anywhere else,
Try business first, bachelor in business.
because it's very general. You can use it.
It's a very broad spectrum.
Yeah. So you can use that. All right. And accounting. So anyone has a background in accounting,
IT also.
IT, Canterbury Institute of Management is a good choice. Alrighty. So that's pretty much it for our episode today. Again, we are located here in Darwin, Northern Territory. Our address is at 590 Mitchell Street, and we are active on Facebook and YouTube. So just please look up Enhance NT and Enhance Down Under. I just want to have a shameless plug about our upcoming Greener Pasture series. The first series happened late November last year. Thanks to our director Tristan, who finally arrived. That made Greener Pasture.
Can you say hi, direct?
Greener Pasture possible. He's waving. Okay. So now we're actually looking for our next live storyteller for our second series of Greener Pasture. So if you know anyone they've got to be based in Darwin, because it is a live event, wherein we want to engage with the community of Darwin, with all the migrants, or even if you're just a temporary resident, we want to engage with you because we know how isolating it can be being new in a foreign country, and it's hard to make friends, and so this is the chance to really network,
meet your community, the people within your community, network with people.
Yeah, and it's not just open to Filipinos, or because we're from the Philippines. So just because we're from the Philippines doesn't mean that it's only open to Filipinos. We invite all the other ethnic communities in Darwin, like the Indians, Nepalese, Chinese. So everyone's invited, really. So if you know anyone who has a colorful journey when they came to Australia, please nominate them to share their story of challenges and
their triumphs.
Mm-hmm. So please nominate them. Just comment on our social media channels, and we would like to get in touch with them to see what their story is about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's for Greener Pasture second series. The deadline of submission is on the 9th of February. And we are looking to to launch the second series early March. Okay? So, and if you have any comments or suggestions, please put them below the video. Okay? Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
And enjoy your day. Bye. Hello Darwin community, I'm Carol of Enhance NT. We are proud to announce that Greener Pasture, A Migrant's Tale is on its second series. Most of us, if not all of us, here are migrants. We all came to Australia to seek a greener pasture, a better life. And each one of us has a unique story. Together, our stories tell tales of courage, resilience, and hope that often are not heard loud enough. Our goal is therefore to bring these narratives to the forefront, to acknowledge the challenges faced during migration, and at the same time, to celebrate the incredible strength of the people migration journeys breed. We are here not just to listen, but to learn and extend our empathy, to support each other, and to realize that we are not alone in this foreign country that we now call home. Let's welcome an inspiring individual to our stage. I would like to introduce to everyone to our featured live storyteller, Alana Javier.
Yun lang, wala yan ang pinasang. Ang hirap kumilos kasi gusto ko kumain, wala ko pagbili. So, hindi kayo pa yung 1 month nasahod. Okay, 1 month. Anymore, this is where, kasi binibilan ako ng shampoo, gano'n. Kailangan ko yung toothpaste. Nakadalawang months na, delay na. Ayan, delay na.
This is a heartfelt initiative aimed at bridging gaps and fostering understanding within our vibrant Darwin community. Because of us migrants, our community thrives. From this day forward is a step towards a much richer Darwin. We are looking for the next inspiring live storyteller. We invite you to join us in our search. Feel free to nominate your friends and colleagues for this one-of-a-kind event. Deadline for submission of your nomination is on the 9th of February. Just leave a comment below and we'll contact you. We can't wait to hear your migrant stories of trials and success.